Sean McVay spoke to this is the quote from him. He said, "My initial reaction was, you got to be shitting me. On Saturday morning, we find out that we're losing 3 really important players. And then on Monday morning, oh, by the way, now you're losing Jalen Ramsey and Tyler Higbee." You say, I can't say enough about the guy's ability to not flinch. You don't replace those kinds of guys, but that's why you have 48 guys that play on game day, and we certainly use everybody today. Point being, not just from a physical standpoint, Michael, but a mental toughness on the part of the Rams to go into Arizona shorthanded last night. That showed me more about the Rams than I believe that they possess, because I'd started to buy into your conviction as you read me, as you made this about me and my poor judge of character, both personally and in terms of sports. I started to buy in that maybe they just didn't have it in here or in here to be able to be the contender that I thought they would be. No, but they didn't do me any favors. But we've gone way too long, and I'm not going to let you get away with doing it in passing. I'm not going to let you get away with, in passing, talking about, oh, yeah, Matthew Stafford was good last night. Matthew Stafford was incredible last night. Matthew Stafford, did you? Well, maybe I just need to hear it again. I'm sorry. Maybe I was too busy talking. I didn't hear you. Well, good. Well, I just want you to say it again. Because the issue for you with the Rams is really Matthew Stafford more than anything. This goes back to, for those, in case you missed it, for those that have been with us all season, this goes back to Michael Holley feeling some kind of way that the Rams thought they were upgrading from Jared Goff to Matthew Stafford. Ooh. And last night you saw why. Stafford did his thing last night, even threw a touchdown to some dude named Odell Beckham Jr., who I believe you also wrote off. Seemed to have a nice connection with OBJ last night as well, threw some dimes to him. And hey, in this context, Michael, Matthew Stafford, one could argue that was his biggest win of his career last night because, and this is why you've been on him so much. As you know, he's 0-3 in the playoffs.
Yep.
But last night was his first career win versus an opponent that was at least 5 games over 500. He never beaten a team 0-17 previously.
Now, listen,
I'm
that's
not
an
kidding
amazing
you.
stat.
Oh, he had been 0-17. He had been 0-17, worse than the Super Bowl era, against teams at least 5 games over 500. So one could argue that was the biggest, most significant win of his career. And while it was not a playoff game, I recognize it was not a playoff game. Nonetheless, that was a performance under pressure. It wasn't postseason pressure, but it was a performance under pressure by a player who people like you question whether or not he's built for the bright lights. He showed it last night.
Yeah, and not only to get this win against a good team, a really good team, a team that's in front of you in the division, in their place, gives you a chance at least of taking over the division and getting yourself in a playoff position. Now, I think it's going to be a little bit of a fight for them to take over the number 1 seed, because top 2 seed doesn't really matter. It's one for the bye under these new playoff rules. But this is it's a big moment for him, because that's the one thing he has to prove. I can continue to do this, play this little immature game that I'm playing, and I will continue to play it, but it's very immature and petty on my part to keep pointing out Matthew Stafford's playoff record, because the playoffs don't start until next year. So, look, I can have my fun at Matthew Stafford's expense for another few weeks, and then the postseason starts. And he can shut people like me up. They will be playing, most likely, on opening weekend. They'll play, and he'll have an opportunity to say, this is a different situation. Detroit's Detroit. I've moved on here. I am an upgrade, and he is an upgrade. And I am capable of winning in the postseason. In a dome or not. So we'll see, Mike.
Okay.
We'll see. By the way, I want to see if you can...
So you do believe, I just want to make sure I heard you right. You do, and listen, before we both start, scheduling a parade for them, they got Seattle next, then at Minnesota, at Baltimore, and then versus those 49ers again. So the rest of their schedule is certainly no cakewalk. But I just want to make sure I heard you. You are now a believer that the Rams can win a game or 2 in the playoffs. Am I hearing you right, or was my IFB giving me a problem? Like, you believe that the Rams, maybe don't come out of the NFC. IFB.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, that's not what you were suggesting just now? No. Okay.
No.
All right. You don't believe it? So you're thinking this team is still one and done. They may get to the playoffs, but that playoff record's gonna be 0-4.
What did Patrick Mahomes say? I'll see it when I believe it. when he talking about Justin Herbert.
I'll see it when I believe it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
it
what
sounded like you were getting close to saying something nice.
Yeah,
it sounded like you were about to say something nice about Stafford.
I was saying something nice. I was saying I was being a little petty, and maybe it's time for me to grow up. But I'll grow up next year.
Okay.
Not in 21. I mean, I only got a few weeks left in 21. Why not keep it going? And then in 22, I'll become a better person.